Today we're going to start our sgraffito African mask project. Now, sgraffito is the actual act of scratching away the top layer of black paint that we've added to reveal the bright oil pastel underneath. Now, all you need to do this are some different pointed tools. So we have some different wooden pointed sticks that we can use for our sgraffito today. So I'm going to start with this one. And it's really important that you're looking for the shapes underneath the black paint. We talked about last time putting a thin layer of paint on so that you could still somewhat see the shapes underneath, because that's going to help you as you create a different type of scratch pattern in each shape. So I'm going to zoom in a little so that you can see me start this process. Now, all you have to do in order to create sgraffito is to use a hard pressure as you begin scratching your designs. So I'm doing a symmetrical design that I have on this other side. I did some kind of diagonal lines, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So all you have to do is press, and those bright colors underneath will appear. You'll notice in places if you colored really hard with the pastel, those are the ones that show up brightest. So I find that different kinds of lines work really, really well for the sgraffito decorations. So I used a straight line here. In the area next to it, I probably want to do something that will contrast with that. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. So I thought maybe a curly line might be pretty cool. Now we know all kinds of different lines. We could do zigzag, dashed line, dotted line, wavy line, but you're going to find that your lines start to run out pretty quick. So you're going to have to be kind of creative as you think about different patterns that you can do. So I looked on the internet for different sgraffito ideas, and I saw that some people used shapes when they did it. So instead of just scratching a line, you could scratch out a slightly bigger area to create shapes. Like so. Another area where I had to be kind of creative was up here at the top of my mask. I had to do I did wavy lines again, but I made them thicker. So I did 2 lines, and then to make them thicker, I scratched out the center. And I'm just going to keep on going until I've created a different sgraffito design in each area. I'm also being careful to keep both sides of my mask symmetrical, the same on both sides. Now, the one thing about sgraffito is you do have to be careful. If you accidentally scratch an area that you didn't mean to, there's not really any way to fix that mistake. So if you make a mistake and scratch something that you didn't want, you're going to have to figure out, how am I going to make that mistake work into a pattern that looks cool. So there'll be kind of a little problem-solving element to this activity, is fixing those mistakes that you might run into. And usually when you fix those mistakes, no one will ever be able to tell that it didn't turn out just how you planned. So no worries there.